Good morning, man. Good motherfucking morning, tough fans. I'm back again with my annual. Every year I do this every motherfucking year. I've been doing this for the last 3-4 years, yo. I'm gonna break down the recruiting class, the full breakdown. This is the type of breakdown you don't even get in those sites. 2-4 Sport. You don't get it anywhere else. I'm gonna give you guys what these kids really are. As a person who watch these kids, especially the local kids, I try my best to go to most of these local games, especially the ones in VA and Virginia. DC not so much because of that traffic. I usually don't try to go there. But in terms of going there live and watching these kids, like a kid like Caleb Whitland, saw him live a few times this year in VA. A kid like what's his name? And now this kid's all getting out my head. There's another kid we got in VA. Leon Hupton Jr. It's another kid that I saw a few times. Ramon Brown. These kids are studs, man. We got some studs from Virginia. And in Maryland, Daniel Owens. I see a couple of his games. Now, I've been watching Daniel Owens for a while, since like 2 years ago. So he's gotten so much better the last 2 years. And to see his development from a junior to a senior, massive. This kid is going to be a player for us. Now, he still needs more girth. He still needs more time in the weight room than Owens. But in terms of skill set and understanding of the position, this kid's going to be a big-time DN for us. All right? Okay, so now let's get to this class right now. Terps bringing a 20-man class. 18 of them are high school kids. One of them is a Juco guy, and the other one is a transfer. That's Vandarius Cowan, the dude we got from West Virginia. A dude that was a former four-star linebacker who started as a freshman. He had some starts his freshman year at Alabama. So we're getting a very experienced, hungry ball player. And a little bit more digging on Vandarius. The guy is a father, so you know he's gonna come in here on his last year in college ball. He's gonna come in here focused, ready to make an impact, so he can go to the NFL. And that's the type of linebackers we need. Last year, all those young linebackers made a lot of mistakes. There were runs last year that could have been 3 yards that became massive gains, backbreakers, because our linebackers were just out of position so much in so many occasions last year, where there were times where our D-line actually held their own, but it didn't show on the film, on the stat, because our linebackers were out of place. So hopefully with the kind of linebackers we brought in this class, not just in high school, but a guy like Cowan through the transfer portal, it's big time. Like I'm trying to tell you guys, it's big time. That was the difference last year from our defense possibly being on the top end of the conference to where we finished, which is the bottom end of the conference, because our linebackers were so inexperienced. They made so many fucking mistakes that they killed us. And one of the kids, this thing that happened last year that many people don't think about now was the transfer of Chance Campbell. Many people at the time was like, oh, we got this freshman coming in, we're going to be fine. But I knew it was going to be a massive, massive loss when we lost Chance Campbell. That experience alone matters, man. And our defense looked a lot better during that short COVID season. Our linebackers did. Most of those because of Chance Campbell. Chance Campbell actually is starting to live up to the hype that I saw coming in. Mind you, Chance Campbell was he played lacrosse too in high school. So he wasn't really putting his full attention on football. But I knew based on his tape in high school and watching some of his games live, I knew Chance Campbell has a chance to be a big time linebacker. The kid can play. All right. Now he took time for Chance. It took some time for Chance Campbell to actually get into his full impact. But the minute he was just trying to spread his wings, the kid took off and left college ball. So it always sucks when you see that, when you actually develop a guy in your program, and the minute he's about to spread his wings and show that he's a star and start exploding, he left and go to another school. So he went to Ole Miss. Now Ole Miss ended up having an outstanding season, and most of it's because of what the impact Chance brought on their defense. So the guy went on to have an outstanding senior year at Ole Miss. So I think he's made himself. Chance Campbell's made himself to at least a possible pro prospect, and good luck to him. All right, because I think had he stayed last year, our defense would have been big time, and it could have been the difference between 6-6 and 8-4. It cost us 2 games, our defense last year. But anyways, that's all in the past now. Let's talk about this class. I need to get into it now. It's a 20-man class. I'm gonna go from our top recruits based on not just recruiting rankings, but these are the guys I believe are. First of all, let me just go off the recruiting rankings, and then I'm gonna tell you guys where I ranked these kids based on what I watched, my film breakdown, and the kids that I saw live. Which most of this class is local, is DMV kids. But let's go. Now, our top rated commit is Shawn Barham. This kid started at DeMatha, so you know what's his name? The ex-DeMatha coach had a lot to do with this, Elijah Brooks. But this kid is 6'3", 230. He's basically been our top recruit, top target all cycle. Like, because coming in, especially after the transfers, he was our top recruit before the transfers, because coming in, we knew we needed linebackers. We need linebacker help and O-line help. And with this class, that's exactly what we targeted. We targeted the linebackers, the front seven. That's what we targeted. That's the help we need. And we have some stud-ass skill position guys, too, included. Some dimes that I'm going to talk about later. But Shawn Barham was the #1 guy Locks really wanted because of our linebacker weakness. And then especially after we lost those 2 Florida kids, Shawn became even more of a must-get for us. And for him to flip to from South Carolina to Maryland was big time. Yeah, forget all the bullshit South Carolina Shane Beamer was talking about somebody called him. It's a lie. Nobody called him. The guy was just trying to shave face, and he was shameful. But what he didn't realize is his little cute little spaz out that he had, Shane Beamer, probably just cost him the DMV. These DMV coaches are very close. They're very, very close, man. And you start going at a school like St. Francis, believe it or not, there's a lot of coaches in this area that don't like St. Francis because they're still some of their best players. That's just the truth. St. Francis, all they do is sometimes they even go to private schools and still private school kids. It's rare you see a school like that. A school goes to other private schools. Private schools usually, they don't try to recruit each other kids. They go to public school and steal those kids. But the thing with St. Francis, they can go to any school, even the DeMatha, and raid them. And that is why so many other programs in the area don't like them. But however, many coaches in this area have coaches, friends within that program. Guys because many of the current St. Francis coaches came from other WCSC schools, other schools locally. So it's like these guys know each other. And when you start talking shit about one of their players, especially you coming at the player's character, that's not a good look, Shem Beamer. That's not a good look. That shit might have got your South Carolina fans to ease off on you for losing a guy like Shawn Barham, because that's all he was. He was just trying to save face. But I guarantee you throwing that kid like that, you trying to throw dirt on that kid's name like that, will backfire you locally in this recruiting. Not just in this coming class, but it's going to backfire you massively if you ever thought about coming to Virginia Tech, bro. It just makes no fucking sense what he did. When he did it, he made no sense. And then after I thought about it some more, it made it even more less sense. Because, nigga, you talking about one kid in the school that produced annual studs, D1 studs, annual. That school is tuning out at least 8 D1 players every cycle the last 3 years. And I ain't just talking about any player. These are guys that are going to the Michigans, the Ohio States. These guys are playing at these places. They're making an impact. So for him to come out here and put his neck out there over a kid, one kid, is very stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. He was the top recruit. It hurt, but that has happened to Maryland plenty of years. But I guarantee you, Maryland coaches were smart enough to say, let's not take this public, because you don't want to alienate that school. You do not want to do it. LSU did that shit, and since then, LSU hasn't been allowed in Baltimore, let alone St. Francis. LSU has not been allowed in Baltimore since they revoked that kid Clowney's commitment a few days before signing day. When they do some shit like that, that St. Francis school basically told LSU, you guys are X'd out from this program. They don't even send offers to that school because they make sure their kids don't pay attention to them. So that's the type of motherfucker this nigga is fucking with. He's fucking with a school that very well can counter this shit and say, you know what, Shem Beamer, since that's how you feel about this kid, feel about our kids, you're attacking his character and his family's character, our family, our community, you are not allowed in St. Francis anymore. And then South Carolina and most of the SEC schools will start realizing we need to shut our fucking mouth. They're too prideful. Everybody lose recruit. They flipped some kid too from another school. But do you see that coach come out and attack the kid? It was so stupid and immature. To me, it was just an emotional ass rant that his dad would have never did. It goes to tell you that I can't wait for this bum ass little nigga to ever get that Virginia Tech job, because Locke's gonna keep kicking his ass in recruiting. Especially after that rat. That rat's gonna be playing around here by a lot of bad negative recruiters in this area on Shem Beamer. If you think this area, like a guy like Locksley, is going to let that, Locksley might not come out publicly like he did and say something to counter him. He wouldn't, because many people in Maryland probably want Locksley to come out and protect the kid. But no, Locks, trust me, the damage is already done. You just go to the homes and play that shit to every kid that Virginia Shembima offered. And then I guarantee you, their parents will realize this is how you feel about a community. Nigga, fuck this nigga. So that's what I have to say about that. But Shawn Barham, 6'3", 230 linebacker from Maryland. Our second ranked commit is Shalik Knott, 6'1", 184 wide receiver from North Carolina. Ramon Brown, running back, 5'11", 202 from VA. Octavian Smith Jr., wide receiver, cornerback. I see this kid playing corner more so than wide out. I think he's going to be a dominant, almost Jay Aiden type of corner. But if you play wide receiver, he can absolutely be a very elite playmaker in the mode of Stephon Diggs type of dude. All right? Or even the dude that went to, a local kid that went to Pitt, that he won the best receiver of the year this year. I forgot his name. But it's a Pitt guy that grew up in Moco that Maryland should have fucking got. That I think would have went to Maryland until we fired Beatty, Coach Beatty at the time. He was our wide receiver coach under Locksley. Under Durkin. So, but that's a long story, guys. I'm taking you guys deep into this recruiting local scene. All right, this is the type of shit most people don't even know. But long story short, Octavian Smith Jr. He reminds me of that kid. All right, Jay Hayden type of kid. He's 6 foot 170 wide receiver cornerback from Maryland. Preston Howard is 6'5", 220. This kid is going to be a tight end at Maryland, all right? Now, he played quarterback. He's basically an athlete at McDonald. He played quarterback, tight end. Sometimes he even played wide receiver for them. But in college spike, he's going to be a tight end, and he's very athletic, 6'5", 220. The kid is very, very athletic, and I love the fact that he played quarterback in high school, which is going to help him learn the playbook much quicker as a tight end at the next level. But he needs to put on some pounds. But 6'5", 220, it's not a bad place to start, guys. That kid is going to be an impressive tight end for us, all right? Andre Roy, 6'6", 320, old lineman from Maryland. This kid here was a flip from Penn State. Now, Penn State fans will be like, yeah, we never wanted them. It's a lie. 6'6", 320 is not a kid you just let go, all right? Those kids don't just grow on trees. That's a massive kid that he can get into college park weight room. He can be 6'6", 315, but all muscles. And that is a monster, my friend. It's a monster, all right? Jaden Suarey, quarterback, 6 foot 205 from Henry Haywise's High School, PG County in Maryland. All right, Daniel Owen, again, 6'2", 245, D-end from Baltimore. Perry Fisher, 6'2", 185, athlete. This kid's going to be a wide receiver in Maryland. I can see him possibly sticking at quarterback too, because he does have arm strength. Now, his mechanics are all off, but it's nothing that a college staff can fix within 1 or 2 years. It's not like he's going to start this year with Tolia on campus. He can sit out this whole year and work on his mechanics, but this kid is a serious athlete, man. This is not the type of kid he just want to label as a wide receiver without giving him a chance. That's how Lamar became Lamar. Louisville gave him a chance, and he became Lamar. This kid, I'm not saying he's a Lamar type of athlete, but if Maryland can trust him, give him a chance, where if he develop himself, his throwing mechanics, his accuracy, I can see this kid become a D1 quarterback, guys. All right? Perry Fisher, very big-time sleeper of an athlete. All right? Leon Hupton Jr., 6'4", 220. This kid is built like fucking, what's his name? We haven't had this kind of big body receivers at Maryland for a while. Maybe Torrey Smith, the last time I seen a guy this big. Torrey Smith was 6'2", though, 6'3". This kid is 6'4", already 200 pounds in high school. So he can literally leave college by 6'4", 220. That's a monster. That's Terrell Owens type of size. Wide receiver from Virginia. Caleb Whitland, 6'2", 220 linebacker from Virginia. This kid's one of my biggest sleepers, all right? He might be ranked as a 10th or 11th best recruit, but to me, he's right there in the top 5 in terms of my breakdowns in this class that we'll bring in. This kid is a major fucking sleeper, and I think he's one of the kids that you're going to see play next year, All right, one of the true freshmen that's going to stun people is Caleb Whitland from Virginia, 6'2", 220. I love this kid's burst. I love his read and react. His click and react. He doesn't waste time. That's one of the things that killed us this year with our young linebackers. They'll see a gap developing, instead they'll wait, and then before the time, by the time they actually click and react, an offensive lineman is pounding them 20 yards down the fucking field while they're eating dirt. Because why? In this conference, because they weren't even big enough physically, so the one advantage they had with their talent was their quickness and agility. And sometimes our linebackers didn't use that because they hesitate. They can sit things, but they wait till things are very clear. You can't do that in D1, not in the Big Ten as a linebacker. When you see something developing, you gotta attack it. You don't wait to hesitate 5 seconds, because by then, a Big Ten offensive lineman is gonna have you eating grass for fucking breakfast at 12 fucking p.m. kickoff. Come on, fucking Maryland. But literally, this kid, Caleb Whitland, ain't the type of kid. If he sees it, he's gonna go get it. He trusts his eyes, and I love his lower body strength. When you get to the point of attack, this kid makes impact. He's a thumper, all right? The way he shed blocks, that's the way he hit. I love that. It's with physicality and force. That's the type of linebacker we need at Maryland, bro. Not these guys that want to finesse their way around guys. No, you got to come in there, get up on his fucking chest, and then shed it and go get the tackle. A lot of these Maryland linebackers, they literally wait for a guy to touch them first, and then they want to smack their hands. By then, you eating grass, my nigga. You eating grass. You got to get up on this guy. You got to meet this lineman. You hit them first with physical force. When they felt your hands, I guarantee you their chest will cave in. A lot of these Maryland linebackers don't know how to play linebacker. You don't play linebacker waiting for impact to come to you. You don't wait for the offensive lineman to come to you. Because the chances are, these guys are bigger than you. All right? They're not, once they get their hands on you, you'll cook, motherfucker. This college line, that's the thing about when you have young linebackers, they're so used to being the biggest nigga on the field in high school, where they can take point angles and just still drag a guy down, because that guy's not powerful enough. In college, that guy is going to shed that tackle, and he's going to stiff arm your face 20 yards down the fucking dirt below the ground, and while he hit the sideline and go. That's the difference, guys. This college kids got to realize your angling and your ability to read gaps is massive. You cannot hesitate in Power 5, not in the Big Ten as a linebacker, because you only get about a second to react. And once you miss that second, you eating dirt. You are eating fucking grass, nigga. All right? Again, Caleb Whitland, love this kid. 6'2", 220 linebacker from VA. Super sleeper, guys. Gavin Gibson, super sleeper. This kid is Darnell Savage in mode. I'm trying to tell you guys, he's a fucking genius. This kid is smart. When I watch him play, he's a smart kid because he knows he's not the biggest guy in the field. That's how Darnell Savage played. When Darnell Savage came to college back, he played as a true freshman, not because he was the biggest guy on the field, because he was one of the smartest fucking DBs we had on the team as a true fucking freshman. All right? Even though he was hurt as a senior, he missed his whole senior year in high school. When he came to college park, Darnell Savage played as true freshman. You know why? Because he was the smartest motherfucker that we had in the DB room. Coaching staff knew it, and they put him out there even though physically he wasn't ready. I expect this kid, Gavin Gibson, to be just like that. This kid knows football. When I watch this highlight, he's just always in the right spot. That's a kid that knows football. Those are the kids that he will pick up those tip passes. We had so many passes this year that were tipped, and we just couldn't come up, or we couldn't catch, because there weren't many guys around the football. This kid, any kind of pass our linebackers tip this year, this motherfucker will get it. We will get it, because you will always be around the football. That's what you need your safeties to be. Be around the football. Just in case it's a mistake, you take advantage of that shit. Too many times our safeties are on the other side of that field when the ball is on the other side. That cannot fucking happen, bro. That cannot fucking happen. I'm sick of that shit. Nick Cross, I'm sick of seeing Nick Cross 20 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Bring motherfucking Nick Cross close to the line of scrimmage. Let him be our box tackle next year, and move this kid, Gavin Gibson, as our free safety. I'm sick of Nick Cross just standing back there. He does nothing. He just stand there and watch plays get made on our asses. I'm sick of this shit. Getting across the line of scrimmage where he can be more physical, all right? That's where his game is going to go as a pro. If you want to excel, my nigga, you got to excel in the boxing cross, all right? Because you clearly not excelling in the pass coverage like you should. So again, get this nigga inside the box and let this kid, Gavin Gibson, a smarter kid, a kid that knows how to read fucking route combinations. That's what Nick Cross lack right now. Nick Cross does not know how to read route combinations. Get this kid out there that can take matches of team, this past happy motherfucking teams in the Big Ten. Get us a couple of picks, bro. That's what this kid does. This kid Might have been what, our 15th ranked recruit. This motherfucker here is a top 5 recruit in this class because he's smart, all right? Now you get 10, 20 pounds from this kid. He's a Darnell Savage in the NFL for you. It's a first round pick. I'm trying to tell you guys, 5'11", 175, cornerback, safety from North Carolina. This kid is going to be a fucking safety at Maryland, all right? He's going to be a fucking safety if this stuff is fucking smart. If they're smart, cornerback is fine too. But cornerback, you're going to limit him because he's too small. And smart teams will force him to come up and tackle all the time. He can do that, but you don't want a kid like him tackling too much because he's going to get hurt at this level. You want to put this kid back there and just let him take advantage of this pass-happy motherfucking teams. Killen Watt, another linebacker, 6'2", 212 from Maryland. Our Archbishop Spalding. Leonard Whittaker, 6 foot, 165 pound cornerback from Florida. Copeland, 60, 275 pounds, center from Pennsylvania. This kid here also committed to Maryland Wrestling 2 program, so he's a 2-sport athlete, Copeland, which is massive. And for your center, that's what you fucking want. One thing you want to hear about center, there's a few things you want to hear, right? My quarterback, I want my quarterback to be, one of those quiet country boys. Like, if your quarterback is a country boy that's quiet, that's chill, that chase squirrels for a living, my nigga, you have yourself a damn good quarterback. Peyton Manning, Brett Favre. Those motherfuckers, country motherfucking quarterback. Those niggas are beasts, all right? Those are beasts. That's what you want your quarterback from, like the rural areas, not the big city, because there's few distractions. All you focus on is dominating your ass. That's what you want from your quarterback. For linemen, you want motherfuckers that wrestle or wrestle bears. Like, either this niggas wrestle human beings or animals. That's what I want. I want a nigga that hunt deers for motherfucking living. That's my fucking O-line. I want a nigga that chase squirrels for fucking living. That's my D-line. That's what I fucking want. That's the mindset of the type of motherfucker we want. This kid is a wrestler for 2-sport at Maryland. Maryland did well for getting that, especially for center. Lower gravity, that's going to play a big dividend, all right? Now, Jacovio Jacovion, 6'7", 285, offensive tackle. This kid is a prototypical tackle. He just needs to put on more weight. But I love his foot speed. I love his quickness and his fucking size. And the fact that he can put on a good 40 pounds, and nothing will happen to him. This kid is 285 now at 6'7", but he can easily be at 320, at 310, 315, and be just as fine. About, 25, 30 pounds. So, and it's going to happen in College Park weight room, guys. And then, of course, you got Levain Scrubs, the 6'2", 190 cornerback safety from Archbishop Spalding. We got 2 Archbishop Spalding kids this cycle. Killen Watt and Levain Scrubs. Last year we had like 2. So that lately Archbishop Spalding is trying to be like a pipeline from Maryland. Keep that going because they got kids coming up that are monsters. All right. Keon Kindred is another kid, 6'5", 190 from the same school as Jacovion, which is the Glaze area, the Bell Glaze area. That's where likely is from. All right. So that area, Pahokee area, that area is very, very, very low key. Has produced a lot of elite NFL talent. That's where, what's his name, ex-Raven Anquan Bolden is from. So, tough dudes, all right? Keon Kindred, 6'5", 190, O-lineman from Florida, all right? Maximus McCree, this is the Juco kid, 6'6", 290, offensive tackle from Iowa Western Community College. This kid's name alone sounds like he's a monster. Maximus McCree. Love the fucking name. Vandarius Cowan, I already mentioned him, 6'4", 236 from West Virginia, linebacker. The kid who started as a freshman at Alabama. So if you start as a freshman at Alabama under Saban, you know football. So, and that means football matters to you. So again, he's going to bring that hunger here as a senior in his last year. Mind you, he's a father now, so he has to produce if you want to produce, if you want a pro career. So I'm expecting this motherfucker to come in serious and hungry. All right, mind you, Locksley know him when he was at Alabama too. So big time, Maryland, big time. Now the class breakdown. This is the class breakdown. We had 4 kids from Florida, 2 kids from North Carolina, 3 kids from Virginia, 8 kids from Maryland, 1 kid from PA, 1 from the Portal, and 1 from Juco. 20 total kids. Now, the way I break down this classes, guys, I'm about to read you this guy's state rankings, all right? In Florida, anywhere between from the top 200 to the top 250 players within the state are fucking awesome D1 players. These kids are studs. Those are the kids you can win with. Any player between the top 200 to the top 250 in Florida, you can win with. In Maryland, the top 50 to the top 100 kids in the state, you can win with in any program, all right? In North Carolina, the top 50 to the top 100 in the state, you can win with in any program. That's how I break down this. That's how I break down this state and this player's state rankings, so you guys can know. Sometimes a kid ranked in Florida 100 is basically a kid ranked in the top 5 in the state of Maryland. Keep that in mind. A kid ranked in Florida in the top 100 is basically a kid ranked in Maryland in the top 10 in the state of Maryland. So the ranking difference is going to differentiate. So just because a kid is ranked 150 in Florida, in most states that kid is top 10 in that state. So it goes to tell you the talent in Florida is much deeper based on the depth and the talent that comes out of there in these colleges, that go to those colleges every year. So keep that in mind when I break down this guy's state ranking, and I'm going to show you just how underrated they really are. All right? Now again, let me go back again. Florida, I said the top 200 to top 250 kids within the state are damn good ball players. Maryland, the top 50 to top 100. North Carolina, the top 50 to top 100. Pennsylvania, that state used to be deep. Maybe like 5-6 years ago, the top 50 to the top 100. Now, the top 25 players to the top 50 players in that state are damn good players you can win with. Virginia, the top 50 to the top 100. Maybe even the top 75 to the top 175. Virginia. Maybe Virginia might be a little deeper than Maryland, but I'm going to put them the same. In terms of depth and the type of players you can get, even as low as a 2-star, who can go to a place like Buffalo and be a star. In terms of Jared Peterson. All right? So now let me tell you guys now. Let me give you guys this guy's state rankings, and now I'm gonna break them down for you guys. State rankings: Shawn Barham, he's third in the state at Maryland. All right, Shalik Knott, he's fifth in the state of North Carolina. Ramon Brown, mind you, North Carolina, I said it, top 50 to the top 100 kids are damn good ball players. This kid is top 5. Same thing with Shawn Barham, he's 3 in the state. Anything between top 50 to top 100 are damn good elite players. You can go anywhere and win with in the country. All right. Ramon Brown in Virginia, he was top 75 to top 150. He was 11th in the state of Virginia. Damn good fucking player. 4-star. Octavian Smith, he's 6th in the state of Maryland. All right. Damn good fucking ball player. Preston Howard, 11th in the state of Maryland. Andre Roy, 16th in the state of Maryland. Jaden Suarey, 19th in the state of Maryland. Again, anything in the top 50 to the top 100 in the state of Maryland are damn good ball players. This kid is 19th, all right? Daniel Owens, 21st in the state of Maryland. Perry Fisher, 120th in the state of Virginia. Mind you, in Florida, anything between the 200 to 250 are damn good ball players. This kid is 120, Perry Fisher. I said it. This kid right here can possibly be, if we can develop this kid mechanics, this kid can be a very athletic door-to quarterback for us in the future. But he could easily be a wide receiver too. But let me not label him too quick, because I know the staff actually want to give him a chance to play quarterback. He want to play quarterback. Let's see what happens, all right? So 6'2", 185 kid, ranked 120 in the state of Florida. Basically, this kid is about as good as it get. In Maryland, this could probably be a top 50 player in Maryland. That's how good a kid it is, all right? Leon Huffton Jr., 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver. He's 25th in the state of Virginia. Remember, anything between 75 to 150 in Virginia ranked, you're a damn good player in that state, all right? You can win with that player anywhere in the country, any school in the country, all right? Caleb Whitland, he's 28th in the state of Virginia. Again, anything 75th to 100 to 150 are elite players in the state of Virginia, all right? This kid is ranked 28th. Gavin Gibson, 25th in the state of North Carolina. Again, anything between 50 to 100 in North Carolina are elite players. Killen Watt is 24th in the state of Virginia. Leonard Whitaker is 135th in the state of Virginia, Florida. Again, anything between 200 to 250 in Florida are elite players. This kid is ranked 135th in the state of Florida. Copeland is 25th in the state of Pennsylvania. Anything between 25 to 50 are damn good elite players in the state of Pennsylvania. All right, he's ranked 25th. All right, mind you, it's a 2-sport wrestler, so he might be maybe you might not even see his full capability as in football, because he's playing 2-sport. So let's see what will happen when you get to college weight room. This kid might be a major sleeper for us, Copeland Deary. Most of the time, centers ain't even highly ranked anyway. You're gonna have to get those 2-3 stars in centers and develop those guys. But this kid, I like him. I like his build-up, his background. I like all that. Now, Jacovio Jacovion, this kid is 6'7", 285 from Florida. He's 154th in the state of Florida. Mind you, 200 to top 50 in Florida are damn good players. Levin Scrubs, 6'2", 190, cornerback safety From Antibishop Spalding, he's 27th in the state of Maryland. Anything between 50 to 100 in Maryland are elite players. Keon Kindred, 6'5", 290 from Florida, the Belle Glades area over there, Pahokee area. This kid is 185th in the state of Florida. Again, anything between 200 to 250 in Florida are elite players. All right, you can win with them anywhere in the country. Now, Maximus McCree, 6'6", 290 tackle. He's 5th ranked in the state of Iowa. In terms of Juco, he's 5th in the state of Iowa. Iowa has some pretty good Juco programs, all right? And this kid is 5th in that state, 6'6", and basically a top 50 overall recruit in the entire Juco. That's a damn good player. This kid is top, top 20 offensive lineman in Juco. Massive. Maryland got him, 6'6", 290. He's ready, day one ready, all right? Vandarius Cowan, of course, 6'4", 235. He's a top 20 transfer in the portal, and we got him. So I'll give you guys the class breakdown. Now I'm about to give you guys my top 5 fucking sleepers. These are the kids that I believe that will be NFL draft picks for Maryland, all right, from this class. I'm going to give you the guys that everybody expects to be stars, but I'm going to give you my sleepers, my top 5 sleepers, the guys that are the gems in this class, the guys that I expect they're going to be far outplay their fucking rankings, that this kid's rankings are disrespecting them. The Torrey Smith of the fucking rankings. Torrey Smith was the fucking 2-star coming out of fucking Stafford, VA. So I'm trying to tell you guys, some of these kids are fucking slippers, all right? Donald Chavez was a fucking low 3-star. So again, these are the slippers that I have. I'm going to start with number 5. My number 5 fucking slipper in this fucking entire class. Guy I expect to be in the fucking NFL. For damn motherfucking sure. Damn motherfucking sure of this, that this kid will be in the NFL. Jacovion 6'7", 285, offensive tackle from Florida. He's ranked 154 in the state. This kid had a late offers from Florida, Miami, and a couple of other big-time Florida schools like UCF and them. And he chose Maryland. This kid is 6'7", 285. When you watch him play, his hands are massive. Always a good sign for offensive tackle when you have big hands. All right? Means you can control guys a little easier when you get to the NFL. And you can get away with holding a little bit more. I'm trying to tell you guys, big hands as an offensive lineman matters. All right? When you get a hold of somebody, it's hard for them to get off of your hold. This kid here hasn't even filled up yet. When you look at him, he basically look like a skinny ass tall kid. He can easily put on 40 pounds of muscles, and he will be a beast, guys. He will be a beast. He will be absolute nightmare terror to trying to get around as a DN. So as a pass rusher. So I'm trying to tell you guys, top 5, this kid will be in the NFL. Jacovion Jr. All right? He will be in the NFL. Mark my words. Number 4. Number 4 kid that I know for a fact will be an NFL-bound player. Hupton Jr. 6'4", 200 pounds, wide receiver from Virginia. When you watch this kid's highlight, I like how he uses his body in his route running, and I like how he uses his body in at the catch point. That's what you need, a big body receiver. Some of these guys are 6'6", but they play like 6'1", because the way they run their route. When you're 6'4", anytime you run the route, you must always body the nigga, put the guy around you, meaning that he has no chance to break up that pass without coming through you. That's a penalty. So again, this kid's play with his size. He knows how to use his size to go up at a catch point to go get the ball. Many of his catches, and he has good route running ability. He ain't just big. Most of these kids at this size in high school, they're poor route runners. Because why? They're just all about their size. They think that would do it with all the time. No. This kid gets it. He knows how to use angles, he knows how to use space, he knows how to use footwork. Man, this kid is going to be a big-time player. For him to be a 3-star, get the fuck out of here. This kid is not a 3-star. This kid is going to be a big-time college player. Think Dante Demas. When I see this kid, think Demas. I don't think Demas is faster than this kid right now. But in terms of ball skills and route running, he's right there with Demas when Demas was coming in to the program. I knew Demas was going to be an NFL player coming in. Go look at my review of that class. I said it. This kid is an NFL player, guys. All right? Huffton Jr. He's number 4 of my major sleepers that will be in the NFL in this class. Number 3, Preston Howard, 6'5", 220 tight end. This kid could end up being a first-round tight end. Could end up being the next Maryland great tight end coming out of Maryland. I'm trying to tell you guys. 6'5", 220. When you watch him, he's such a fluid athlete for a kid with his size. And he can easily put on 30 miles. He can easily be at 250, 260 when it's all said and done. This kid will be a monster with good foot speed. Already knows, because he's the quarterback in high school, is going to help him. Most of those guys tight ends who go from that position to tight end up being damn good ones, because you have a better understanding what the quarterback is looking at, and when facing the defense, so he knows where to get open, where to go to get open. So I'm trying to tell you guys, this kid is massive. All right, Preston Howard is the third kid I expect in the NFL. Number motherfucking two. Slippers now, guys. I'm talking slippers now. Number 2. You ready for this, guys? Caleb Whitland. You know I got to put this motherfucker in there. I've been talking about him the whole time. This kid is going to be in the NFL. Caleb Whitland, linebacker, 6'2", 220. This kid is going to be about 245, 250 when you leave Maryland. And he's mean, he's strong, and he's a thumper. That's what you need. He doesn't hesitate. He sees it, he goes and get it. As a linebacker, that's what you need. I want to have you make mistakes, clicking and react quickly, than you not, and then getting pounded, letting a 5-yard run become a 20-yard run. So come on now. Number 2, Caleb Whitland. He's going to be a star. All right? It's going to be a motherfucking star, guys. And then the number 1 motherfucking kid that I know for a fact will be in the NFL. I know for a fact will be in the NFL as a sleeper. It's my man, Gavin Gibson. I want to mention him. This kid is Donna Savage, guys. He's the smartest fucking player, football IQ-wise, in this class. I watch all this kid's films. I watch all of him. Football IQ, Gavin Gibson is the smartest football player we have in this class. That matters. He ain't the biggest. That matters. When you can go to college already knowing how to break down offenses, that's fucking massive, man. Nick Cross does not know how to do that. That's Nick Cross' problem right now, guys. He has all the physical tools. Nick Cross does not understand the game. That's the problem having a guy play so many sports in high school. Nick Cross ran track, he did all type of shit. He never really learned football. He was just going off his athletic abilities. He became a 4-star high recruit. But I'm trying to tell you guys, Nick Cross does not know the game. Nick Cross does not know the game. This kid knows the game. This kid will not get beat because he's out of position. No. He'll get beat because the other guy is just bigger than him. I'd rather have that happen than a guy who's literally got all the fucking tools, but is never in the right spot to make a play for us. Impactful damn play down the field. This kid here will be there a lot more than Nick Cross. So I'm trying to tell you guys, bring Nick Cross closer to the box and let this kid take a eat. He's going to help both of them. Nick Cross is going to show his skill set that I feel like he's a box safety that he's going to get paid for in the NFL. He ain't going to be back there reading passes. No. He's just not. He doesn't understand the game yet. He does not understand route combination yet. He doesn't know offensive concept the way a guy that has played as much as he has should at this point. That goes to tell me he does not have football IQ. His football IQ is questionable. Get this kid here that I don't question his football IQ already. As a freshman, as a high schooler, he's coming in. He's Dana Savage ready in terms of the game mentally. Get this kid out there. I guarantee you, this kid, Gavin Gibson, is going to be the best fucking freshman DB in the country. I listen to Big Ten. This kid is a star. Get him out there as a freshman. Get him out there. I haven't seen a Maryland DB this smart in the tape for a long time. Get this kid out there, guys. All right? Now, let's see this. What else? Yeah, bro, those are the kids that I got for you guys, man. This is a whole fucking class. And now, of course, I'm hearing some more rumors coming in and that we're going to get Jacob Copeland, the transfer receiver from Florida. If we get him with Demas coming back, man, next is going to be fun. We just need our linebackers and our defense to play. They do that, 8-9 wins can be easily attained. All right, guys, because I love our depth, our offensive talent. Now, we need some studs on the front seven and our defensive backs to play better. We can do that. We finally got the bodies now. Let's get out there. Now, let's get the right character guys, too. And I think we do that, too, with this class. So I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. Now, I'm hearing rumors that my Shawn Lloyd, the former 5-star running back, currently in South Carolina, he's going to be in the portal soon. He's going to transfer to Maryland. You heard it here first. He will be at Maryland by the time the season starts next year. Mark my words, Marshawn Lloyd will be a Maryland Terrapin. All right. Yes, we got Ramon Brown, the running back this year, but Marshawn Lloyd it's so uncomfortable at South Carolina right now, and shit, being a little rat that wouldn't help him at all in terms of image in the DMV. That kid will be out of South Carolina soon. All right. When he goes, I expect him to be at Maryland. All right, next year, Maryland running back, I'm about to go from 0 to fucking hero around here. Guys, I cannot wait, guys. Go motherfucking Terps, man. No one else, guys. All right, I'm going to be back away. I will be back again more for the bowl game against Virginia Tech to break that down even more in-depth for you guys. But this month we couldn't break down 2021, guys. Go 2021, 2022 class. I don't know what class this is, but I think it's 22 class. But go motherfucking Terps, all right, guys? And no one else.